Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm very excited to be doing another movie review and a makeup look. So today I'm going to be using the Jeffree Star Alien palette and we are going to be talking about the movie The Thirst. This is a collab video. I am collabing with The Truth. I will try and link his channel up above, and it will also be linked down below with the link for his video. I'm focusing more on the makeup look. He's doing a more in-depth review, so I am not going to be talking about the film a ton, but definitely go check out his video. He's awesome. He's become one of my very good YouTube friends. He's supported my channel. He does some awesome videos. His videos are about all kinds of things, so if you get bored with my makeup, mostly makeup videos, then yeah, definitely go check him out. And yeah, I'm super excited to be doing this collab with him. So hopefully you guys like it. If you want to see how I did this look, this is the look I came up with using the Alien palette, then definitely keep on watching. But before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I have some more collabs in the works. I'm going to be starting to do some panel videos, so you don't want to miss out on those. I do have a 500 subscriber giveaway currently going on, so make sure you check that out. And I am going to be doing some more giveaways very soon, so you don't want to miss out on those. So make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Go over to The Truth's channel and make sure you are subscribed to his channel. Definitely go check his channel out. And yeah, we're gonna jump into the video. Okay, so this is the eye look that we're gonna create today using the Alien palette. We're gonna talk about Thirst. Normally I do both eyes during my review videos, but I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and I'm not going to be going as in-depth into the film as I normally do. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the shades in the palette, talking about the film a little bit, and then if you want a more in-depth review, you're going to have to go over and watch The Truth's video. So again, I will link his channel down below, and I will try and figure out how to link it above, and I'm going to show you how I got this eye look using the Alien palette by Jeffree Star. I thought this would be a fitting palette since it is an alien movie, so hopefully you can see me. I'm gonna get situated here. My eye's already primed, and I'm gonna show you how I got this look. Now, this film does take place in the desert. A little synopsis before we jump in. It's like one of those boot camp, you know, last chance places for troubled youths, and it's in the desert. So a group of kids show up to this like boot camp scenario. They have to learn survival skills. It's supposed to, you know, break them down, rebuild them, make them productive members of society, and then, you know, aliens show up and chaos ensues. So I thought this would be, it is an alien palette, but the color scheme in general, because they are in the desert, I thought was appropriate. So I'm going to show you how I got this eye look, and it's not anything complicated, but I think it's pretty. And I think it does kind of tie with the theme of the movie because they are in the desert. So I'm only using like 3 brushes. I'll show you real quick because I'm not going to talk about them. I'm using a fluffy brush, this little baby blending brush, and then this like chubby for my lower lash line. So those are the upper lash line, that was the lower lash line, because I'm not going to talk about the brushes. I color switch in between. I will mention the shades, like normally I don't do that, but I'm not going to be doing as in-depth of a review. I like independent movies, and I like that he chose an independent movie. I think it's fun. There's a lot of mainstream movies that are good, but there's a lot of independent movies that I think are good. So we're going to go into Gravity, which is this desert sand color, which I thought was appropriate. I knew I for sure wanted to use this shade because, like I said, I like, and he mentions this in his video, I like to do eye looks inspired by the film or tie in with the film. I think that's fun. I like talking about films. I like talking about makeup. So this for me is the best of both worlds. So when The Truth wanted to do a collab on a movie review, I was super excited. This will be my second movie review collab with another channel. I really like that people like these videos, but yeah, so these kids show up in the desert, so I'm just blending that into the crease, and I'm going to try real hard to remember what colors I used. Like I said, normally I do both eyes on camera for these videos, but I'm going to take Phone Home. I love the names in this palette. I think they're hysterical. This is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time. I just really like the colors. It looks like a very boring neutral palette, but yeah, so there's a, the description of the movie is a chameleon-like alien that comes to feed off of the kids. That's like when you look up the description. Oh, and I should mention that this movie is available on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it. It's free. It is available on Vudu right now for free also. I've never used Vudu, but it is a movie streaming. I think they have an app. So it is available on those two platforms currently. And then I'm going to take some of X-File, which is this gray. This palette can be a little bit tricky because there are warm tones and cool tones, and you want to be careful when you're mixing the two because things can get muddy because you're on opposite sides of the color wheel at that point doing warm and cool colors. So you got to be careful. So it was tricky to find some shades because I really wanted to use Gravity in this look because again we are dealing with the desert. I don't think there's any big names. Watching it, there wasn't anybody that I recognized. Not to say I'm sure they've been in other stuff, but I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head that I had seen any of the cast in. So if you watch it and you recognize anybody from anything else, leave a comment down below what the movie is, and I will go check it out. And then make sure you go over and check out The Truth's video. If you go watch his video, come back to the comments on mine and leave me the little gray alien emoji down below so I'll know that you went over and watched his video. I think it's important to support each other. There's a bunch of us that are smaller channels that have kind of banded together trying to support one another, which I think is really awesome. So I'm going back and forth between X-Files, Phone Home, and Gravity, those three. This is like it's kind of a flesh toned color, but not quite. It's got a little bit of a purpley undertone. I don't quite know how to describe it. Okay, so I'm just trying to deepen that up and make sure they look the same, because that's also important here. Take some more of Gravity to blend. My Kleenex is blowing away. It wouldn't be a filming video if my eyes weren't running or my nose wasn't running, if you've watched my videos. And then I'm going to take some, I lied, I used one more brush. This is just under the brow bone, and taking Pluto, which is this lightest shade. I forgot. I used this one brush for this one thing. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to take Interstellar, which is this pretty shimmery shade, on my finger. I'm going to use my ring finger. And I'm not putting any extra concealer or anything. I do have my MAC paint pot in soft ochre on my lid, but I'm not cutting it out with concealer. Jeffree Star's eyeshadows, especially his shimmers, are very pigmented, and I don't feel like you need concealer to make them pop. And then I'm going to touch that in the inner corner too with the same finger. How pretty that is. Yeah, his eyeshadows are, no pun intended, out of this world. They really are. His formula is so good. You may not like him as a human being, and that's fine, but his makeup is good, so I feel like if the makeup's good, you can look past his personal flaws. And then I'm going to go into Ghost OG, which is this gray. I mean, X-Files is a gray too. And I'm going to go in the outer corner a little bit more to try and deepen it up. Like I said, it's hard because we're dealing with some warm tones and some cool tones. And I don't, granted, I want kind of the desert vibe, but I don't want it to look like a swamp at the same time. And then that side is actually darker than this side, so I'm going to go in and fix this while we're here. But yeah, it's a good movie. It's suspenseful. The Truth gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I think that's a fair rating. Like I said, it's not going to be the most like unique movie you're ever going to see. And then we're going to go into Black Hole. I love the names of these. On that little baby brush with just a little bit, like that's a little much. Tap some of that off because his black is pigmented and I don't necessarily want the outer corner to be black, but I want it to be deepened up. And then we're going to touch it just ever so gently and deepen up the other side because looking like this side got darker than that side, which is fine. This side looks good, but kind of want them to look a little bit like they're at least related. I like movies that involve like, you know, younger kids and then stuff happening to them. I don't know. I think it's a good story. Like the premise, it's believable. I feel like as far as alien encounters go. So then on the lower lash line, we're going to do Probe, which I also think is funny. I'll read all the names of these off when we're done just because I think they're funny. And this is a pretty like duochrome-y. It's got like a blue shift to it, so it's pretty. I like it. So we're going to put that down here. It does burn a little, like I wouldn't say burn, but I did get some in my eye and I can feel it in my eye. So be careful because it is like a metallic, but it's pretty. And it is pretty all over the lid. And then I'm going to take Phone Home again, just underneath it. I have used this shade all over my eyelid and it's so pretty, but I like doing a lighter lid sometimes and a darker under eye. So I think it's cool. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I forgot. I took some of UFO, which is this like gold green shade, just a little bit, again on the ring finger. And I'm touching it where Interstellar meets the matte shades, like just a little bit, because I don't want it to necessarily be green, but I want a little bit of that color, just a little bit. So I'm just tapping just to kind of help blend them, marry those, that we'll use that word, marry those two colors. I mean, there's more than two colors in the outer corner, but marry the shimmer with the outer corner, if that makes sense. So you can see like it gives a little bit of dimension because there's a gradient happening, but it's not like full on gold. But again, that is a super pretty shade. I have used that on my lid also, with Moon Rock. So we have Pluto, Titan, Alien, Interstellar, Abduction, UFO, Gravity, Martian Soil, which is a super pretty mustard yellow, Flying Saucer, Phone Home, Moon Rock, X-Files, Ghost OG, Area 51, Space Cowboy, Probe, Tall Gray, and Black Hole. Oh, I love this palette so much. It makes my heart happy. Okay, so that is it. So I am going to put liner and mascara on this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the finished look with mascara and liner on both eyes. And then for lips, I'm wearing Kat Von D's Studded Lipstick in Love, LUV. It's one of the ones in the packaging. I thought it would, even though I didn't use the purple, like I feel like it ties in with the palette and gives a little bit of contrast. So if you don't like Kat Von D, please don't come for me in the comments. Her makeup is good, so just don't come for me. But yeah, I love the Alien palette, so it's definitely worth checking out. It's one of my favorite palettes. And The Thirst is a good movie. Like I said, if you love, like, it's not, it is, I would consider a horror movie. People do get killed, but it's not like bloody. It's very suspenseful. There's a lot of good buildup, a lot of like scares. You really feel for the people. I mean, again, they're trapped in the desert, so that's scary by itself. They're very isolated, which again is terrifying all on its own. I barely talked about the film because I really want you to go check out the Truths video. Like I said, normally I do go into the films a little bit more, but I'm focusing more on the makeup because he's not doing makeup in his video. So I focused more on the makeup on my side. He's doing more of the review. So again, yes, I will link his channel and his video down below. Definitely go check him out. And yeah, leave me the little alien emoji if you do go over and watch his review. And let him know that you came from over here. I really appreciate you watching this. Hopefully you like this collab. I love doing the movie review makeup looks, so I really hope to do more of them. They're one of my favorite film videos to film. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, and hopefully I will see you in another video. Bye everybody.